It started when I called Cassandra Lockwood, and we talked about the possibility of doing something like this. Really felt that this kind of thing actually responds to so many of the problems that we have in this country. 20% of 4-year-old kids in the United States are overweight. These are unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy lifestyles, and it leads to ill health, and that leads to a health crisis. Eating fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, isn't a surprise to anybody. Your mother told you that. That's not a surprise that's a helpful way to deal with health issues and to stay healthier. We were looking at that. We were looking at the reality that it provides nothing more energetic in the way of exercise than gardening. Energy. The average piece of food on the American plate travels 1,500 miles to get there. We use an enormous amount of our energy to keep ourselves fed. To the extent that we could move our eating habits to local production, to the extent that we can be growing our own food, having lettuce grown right here in Utica instead of importing lettuce 3,000 miles from California, from an environmental point of view, this is just fabulous. Local growing, local production of food is a tremendous benefit to the environment, and it's a tremendous benefit just to the local environment. Here we are on 3 lots in Utica that were vacant, empty, trash strewn, an eyesore, a misery to look at, and nothing that anybody could enjoy. Now we've got something that's just absolutely gorgeous. It's good for the city, it's good for this block, it's good for the environment, it's good for the people who live here. Everything about it is terrific.
Richard Kurtz last summer was very concerned about the ability of poor people to be able to eat when gas prices were $4, topping $4. So he told me if I would build it that he would pay for it. So I designed this system that's based on my years of experience in raised bed organic gardening. Clearly, if it weren't for the City of Utica, this would not be possible. The land that all of the gardens are on is owned by the city. And the way we have done it, it is a communal garden whereby people who work in the garden get the food out of the garden.
One of the most wonderful things about the community garden is the social aspect of how it brings people together. It brings mothers and children, it brings neighbors who may not meet each other otherwise, it brings people with different things in common, such as the refugees are all adjusting to America and they're very used to growing their own food. And it gives them a space to come contribute and then harvest and feed their families good organic food. In addition to that, it brings the recovery. I've created a curriculum for people in recovery, and recovery people come here and donate their time. They get the food, but primarily they get to relate to the cycle of life that is present here. The planting, nurturing, birth, life, death, renewal. And people in recovery can really relate to renewal and new beginnings because that's often a part of the healing.
The benefits are many. I get to chew on fresh organic carrots every night. I can come in and pull a lettuce, pull spinach, pull basil, onions, and make a organic salad, which costs me nothing. My boy, who's 3, Barry, tells me that seeds are very small, and then he watches them grow, and he's in wonder of what the garden can look like. He actually sees the process from the smallest, tiniest seed to the lettuce that we're eating, to the onions, and he's only 3. He's getting it, and it's amazing for him, and it's cool for Mom.
The city's involvement with the urban gardens have included J Street, Noyes Street, and Linwood Place, where the city gave over property for the good. We helped clear the sites, we poured new sidewalks, new aprons, and eventually we'll be putting up fencing for them too. Several large cities, New York and Philadelphia, have similar programs like this, which require grass planting, tree planting. We're going to take it a step further and actually do gardening along with new sidewalks, new trees, new grass. So it's a great thing for the community for us to have.
My father used to have a garden that was probably about 40 foot long. And through the course of the back garden, he used to really grow tomatoes, which he never ate. He used to give them all away. Tomatoes, pole beans, oh my God, all kinds of things. Oh yeah, peppers, basil, parsley, all kinds of things. My initial reaction was, is it going to work? Absolutely it has. They have done such a wonderful job. In fact, we ought to create more of these throughout the city. And that's what I think we're striving for. I mean, if you can see these people behind me, what they've done in these communities, the shared workforce here, you know, it's just the pride that they take, not only for the outcome, for the produce and for the food that it creates, but it's also the bonding that goes on between these people and the community. These are things that we look forward to. These are the things that bring a community together. These are the things that build a community. I couldn't be happier with the outcome. These gardens are like everything else we're trying to do. They're bringing unity to the community.
I couldn't be more thrilled about this. I unimaginably couldn't be more thrilled about this, because here's something that I wanted to see as a concept, and here it is in reality, just gorgeous. Huge amount of food being grown here, huge amount of local activity being done here, huge community involvement, something that people throughout the community can actually engage in and do something that's good for them, good for each other, and good for the community, and brings them together. I couldn't be happier about this, and I don't think I've ever spent a better dollar. This is something we really have got to learn more and more how to do, and be ready to do more and more. And all I really want to see is this multiplying all over the city of Utica, all over upstate New York, and all over the United States. We'll be a better, healthier, more sane culture and society if we do this kind of thing. As the years go by, I think this is going to make a tremendous difference, and I'm just extremely proud to have been involved in it, and I'm extremely proud of my law firm and supporting it, and I'm extremely proud of this community and how it's responded to this opportunity. Grow it healthy, eat healthy, and believe me, it's delicious too. And amazingly crunchy. It's a great carrot.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Alrighty. You're very welcome.